Alter Egos it's set in a world where superheroes are real, but they've recently lost all government funding and public support. And it follows two superheroes, one of which is having an identity crisis and an emotional crisis. He thinks that his girlfriend is cheating on him with his superhero identity. And so he's on a mission, and it takes place in a 24-hour period where there's also sort of a mystery unfolding around who killed his parents. That's sort of the gist of. There's tropes from like other sci-fi and fantasy fiction, like the idea of somebody searching for their parents' killer. But really I was inspired because I was writing the parts for the actors who I had worked with before on my first film. So I was trying to create characters that I thought would be really fun to, work with the actors. And I wanted to work with colorful costumes. I worked with them on my first film, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are Undead, and that's where I met them on that film. I didn't know them before. But it was it was great to work with them, and I wanted to do it again. And I knew Danny through his wife Bijou, who's an old friend of mine, and she had a small part in Rosencrantz, and Danny was, really helpful in promoting Rosencrantz when we were doing the festival, so he's good friends with Chris and Joey. So I had him in mind when I was writing the part of Jimmy the cop, but I hadn't worked with him. I didn't know if he would do it or not, but then he liked it and said yes. The only actor that I didn't know beforehand was Brooke Nevin, and so I was trying to cast the part of Claudel up until a week before filming, and Brooke actually put herself on tape, so that was kind of an audition, and then we cast her. But no, I knew from the beginning that I wanted Joey and Chris and Johnny to play those parts, and I was lucky that they agreed to and that they liked them. I've seen a bunch of other movies here. I came a few days early, and I feel like they really do program great films, and I'm honored to be a part of that and have alter egos with these other films. And I think that the audience here is, hopefully going to enjoy it. I think it's made for that type of an audience. People that like seeing alternative fantasy films.